Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Jay and welcome to the channel and welcome to Jurassic World Evolution 2, which has just launched about 20 minutes ago. I got on it basically immediately, did a couple sound tests, you know, the usual stuff, just to make sure everything's good to go. And oh boy, I am so excited. You guys know how long I've been, like so thrilled for this game to come out, and yeah, I'm really excited to play through it. Of course, you have to bear with me. I'm not very much of a live play kind of person, so things will be a little bit higgledy-piggledy as we go along, but I think it's going to be so fun. And yeah, before we get stuck into it, let's just talk very quickly about how we're going to do this. So I'm going to do the campaign first, and I think each mission of the campaign would probably be its own episode. And then we'll move on to Chaos Theory, and I believe there's 5 of those right now. And so each of those should be, I mean, depending on how long they are, it might be 1 or 2 episodes, or maybe even 3 if they're really long. Then we're going to go into challenge mode. I'm not sure how many parks they have of that, but of course those will just take their time with them. And then sandbox. I really want to take my time with this. I want to enjoy it. I want to, spend all this time with these dinosaurs, and oh, I'm so excited. Just, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the campaign.
Jurassic World. This is where our story begins. A scientific breakthrough without any consideration of the consequences. So nature did what it does and unleashed chaos. This time we were deeper into the illusion of control, and the chaos brought something much worse. And for a moment, we remembered how precious life is. But time has a funny way of softening our memory of what it's like to lose control. And ambition. Ambition is a persistent thing. For the dinosaurs left behind, time was becoming immaterial. From miracles of science to assets destined for exploitation. Perhaps it's time we reflect on the true nature of nature. An endless cycle with one goal: survival. And this means that dinosaurs and humanity have to find a way to work out their differences.
I gotta say, those animated bits are just incredible. So well done. Really sets the tone too. I'm really in the mood for this now. Ooh, Arizona. So I have watched a couple videos for the first mission, so I'm pretty sure this is quite a tutorial-ish mission.
To us, a desert is a wasteland, devoid of anything but the most extreme examples of life. But creatures once thrived in these lands hundreds of millions of years ago. Given the geological history that we're dealing with, dinosaurs walking among the tumbleweeds isn't that much of a stretch. The current situation, where dinosaurs are running wild, is untenable to those in charge, well, those that think they're in charge. So we're left with a problem or an opportunity. This is where you come in. They've ignored my warnings before, but maybe this time with you, it's going to be different. I'm willing to embrace the uncertainty.
Me too, Jeff. Me too. Oh, should I say yes? Oh, they really upped their game with the music. That's fantastic.
Okay, I guess an introduction is in order. I'm Cabot Finch, Assistant Director of the U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife. I know it sounds important, because it is, but let's not get bogged down in labels and titles and organizational flowcharts. I'll make this easy. You work for me. See, nothing to it. You'll be working with the experts. This is Claire Deering and Owen Grady.
And yes, we have first-hand experience with the dinosaurs. I'm the former operations manager at Jurassic World. Owen and I actually helped build the park. And unfortunately, we were there to witness its destruction. And this is Owen. He works with velociraptors.
You could call me a dinosaur wrangler, though officially I'm an animal behaviorist. I was just building a level of trust with them when this happens.
Okay. So we'll need to get a few things in place ASAP. Start with a response facility, equipped with both a Ranger Team 4x4
And a capture team helicopter.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna get stuck in now. Gosh, I am very glad to see that Cabot Finch is back. He is the best. Before we go any further, I'm just gonna tweak some settings. I would like some subtitles. Where would I find that? Display? Nope. Gameplay? There we go, subtitles. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that should be good. Just double checking the graphics. Cool, we're all... Oh wait, my resolution is a bit... There we go, perfect. Okay, that should be ready to go. Okay, so first thing we gotta do is build a response facility. Yeah, I figured this first one would be quite a bit more tutorial-y, so I'm just gonna go with the flow and see how this all pans out.
We are making excellent progress, so let's stay focused. Next step, building a backup generator. Then feeding the energy it creates to the response facility. And also make sure the building is connected to the path network. It only does us good if it's operational.
Okay, there we go, first building in place. Gosh, everything looks so good in this game, like just the details and... Oh, everything looks fantastic.
Hey Claire, we may have trouble tracking this dinosaur from the ground, and even more trouble if we're lucky enough to find it.
Then the sensible thing is to take a capture team helicopter. You can trank it from the air.
Oh gosh.
See? I like the way I think.
I am so bad at flying these things. I'm just not good with vehicles and games at all. Okay, so find the dinosaurs, tranquilize them, get them back. Oh, let's hope this goes okay and I don't crash this thing, because vehicles, again, really not my thing. Is that it? Oh, that wasn't far. Well, hey, I actually got it this time. Second one? Oh lord. This is not my my field of expertise, guys. Oh yes, there we go. Okay, got him.
Claire, this is Owen.
I copy you.
We have it. Capture successful.
I knew you'd do it. Never
Okay.
had a doubt.
Really?
Let's get this guy back to
Maybe
back
one
to his
or two?
habitat.
Well,
Her habitat.
better than usual. I'll take it. Now, where do we take this dinosaur?
We have the enclosure. We just need you to deliver.
Hey, don't I always? Wait, you don't have to answer that.
I see Chris Pratt is still too busy voicing apparently every animated character in history to somehow spare the time to voice Owen.
John Hammond was concerned about what would happen if dinosaurs lived in the wild. It adds a whole new level of challenge. And perhaps opportunity.
Oh my god, these tiny rocks are the best. Oh, and you can put them so close to each other too. Amazing. I'm just gonna end up spending like most of my time placing rocks. I can already see that happening. There we go. Here's our dinosaur. The Baryonyx was one of my least favorite in the past game, but I from what I've seen, I think this one's like significantly upgraded. So let's have a closer look at it once it's landed. The water looks fantastic now. Look at that, the little shafts of light and stuff. There's a term for that, but I can't remember what it's called. Occlusion maybe? No. Looks great. Oh, that is stunning. Hello, beautiful. Ah, what a gorgeous animal. They've really upgraded the baryonyx.
Ooh, I instantly recognize this dinosaur. Kinda hard to forget once you've been trapped in a room with one. We couldn't save that baryonyx, but we can certainly help this one.
I really like hearing Bryce Dallas Howard like reprise the role. Same with the others. Like,
There's not a lot out there for the dinosaur to consume, so we'll need a feeder inside the perimeter of that enclosure.
Hungry dinosaurs make me nervous.
Can't disagree with you there.
but yeah, it's just nice seeing all the voice actors return. Like, obviously except for Chris Pratt, but like it's nice to see like hear Jeff Goldblum as well. It just, I don't know, lends so much of authenticity to the game. Come on, little guy, I got you some fishies.
Good to go on this end.
Copy. Okay. We need to get a full assessment of the dinosaur's health. Utilize a ranger team vehicle. Owen will help you get a status of the animal's overall welfare. Then we can plan our next move.
You really need that? A plan? I mean, I've always been more of a just make it up as I go kind of guy.
Tell you what, if this doesn't work, we'll try your way.
That sort of sounds like a plan.
We've completed our check. While we can't replicate what we had on the islands, we still have to do what we can to get the dinosaurs more comfortable with their current surroundings here in Arizona.
Sunscreen and drinks by the pool? How's that sound?
Are you seriously asking? Or pretend asking?
Okay, Claire, how about we add some preferred terrain to their pens instead? Better?
Okay, there we go. Let's give you some rock. I wonder if like these rocks add to it or whether it's just this terrain. We'll have to see. Where am I gonna put this rock? It's kind of all over the place. Let's give it little smatterings. There's a hill, isn't there? Let's put it around the hill area. There we go, perfect. Okay, is that everything it needs? No, it's still pretty low on the rock. Let's get it really up there. There we go. Some other rock textures too. Loving how this looks. Let's watch it eat some. Oh, I missed it. Beautiful, beautiful dinosaur. Love the scoot detailing on the back. I know it's a bit crocodilian for my liking, but still, it's beautiful. Really well done.
We've got to monitor these dinosaurs more closely. That means setting up a ranger post inside their enclosure. It sounds crazy, I know, but this'll work. Trust me.
That should get the whole enclosure. Cool. Then we gotta assign one of these guys to the thingy. Oh, I like this. It makes it feel a bit more like, I don't know, realistic.
I'm getting reports of dinosaurs running freely around the facility, Claire.
The reports may be accurate, but they don't paint a complete picture of our current status.
Angry dinosaurs on the loose. What am I missing?
They're not angry. They're simply acting on instincts. The more threatened the dinosaurs feel, the more hostile they'll become.
Especially if they sense survival is at stake.
But it is. Both theirs and ours.
Yeah, but only we know that.
Well, for now, anyway.
We'll start by tranquilizing one of the dinosaurs from the helicopter, and then have a transport team bring it back to the facility.
Great. Do it.
Apologies, by the way, if I'm not going to talk an awful lot. I'd rather not like speak when there's dialogue and stuff going on, so I'll definitely keep a little bit more silent during those periods. But otherwise, I'm just, I like to just enjoy the game as it comes, and it's going to be a very chill playthrough, I think. Oh, beautiful, some Triceratops. Nice. This is going to be very difficult. Where are they? Okay, that's 2 tranquilized. Where did the third one go? Oh, there you are. You know, I wish tranquilizers were this effective in real life. That would make things so much easier for like zookeepers and stuff. In real life, they're a lot more like, they take like hours to work or something like that. No, not hours, but you know, a surprisingly long time. Okay, let's go build these guys a habitat. They've already started building one here, so I'm just going to add on to it. Obviously, this is not meant to be like a park or anything, so we can really not worry too much about the aesthetic elements here. Perfect. I love how the fences snap now. It's so good. Okay, let's get them moved over. Oh, it seems T doesn't open up that menu anymore. In the old game, you used to be able to press T and it'll open up the transport and tranquilizing menu. Or basically just the ACU, I suppose. And finally, you. God, the environments here are beautiful. Oh, actually, that's a bit small. I'm gonna increase the size somewhat. Yeah, this will give it a good amount of extra space. Yeah, now we have a much larger habitat. Did it say we ran out of power briefly? No, we're okay. Okay, they're gonna need some water. Let's do that. Nice. Let's put in some sand.
Transit has commenced.
Oh, it's already sand. Oh, I love how like subtle the terrain textures are. It's really nice. I really love the variety of foliage here. I'm quite excited to see what these guys will want so that we can do that. But we haven't messed around with the time controls much. Let's get them in faster. I love this map too. As far as I know, we don't get to use campaign maps in Sandbox, but I would much rather have that.
Asset transported.
Oh, I guess we need to put in the other stuff like this. Put this over here. Okay, there we go. We've finished this objective.
Overall, I'd say our operations are improving. I'm confident we may get a handle on this yet. But I'm also concerned, specifically about our biodiversity. Still, for now, let's focus on getting the dinosaurs safe and secure, as well as building some additional viewing galleries the DFW staff can use to monitor the animals.
I didn't expect my path to line up so perfectly, but hey, totally did. Nice. But of course, they already pre-assigned the fence, so not too surprised. What else? 95% comfort. Have they been status checked? I might just put a door here so that they can come in a bit more easily. There we go. Come on, you guys can go faster than that. It's so funny watching them go on like 2 times speed. It's like, Neum. Let's give these guys some names. What's your name gonna be? You're very speckly. I'm gonna call you Speckles. And as for these 3, well... You're also mossy looking. I'm gonna name you after plants. Your name is Moss. Your name is Fern. And your name is... What's another planty name? Oh, that is so cool. Is it squaring up with the car? Oh, it is! Beautiful. Moss, Fern, and... Lichen? It's not the best name, but, you know. I'm just thinking of like planty things. They are stunning. Oh, I love this green skin. it's so detailed. They really did a fantastic job on these dinosaurs. Really beautiful animals here, and I think they look gorgeous. Look at them just sit down. Oh, we should actually check their needs. So they need a lot more ground fiber. Okay. So this provides ground leaf, this provides ground fiber. That produces tall leaf. This one does have some ground fiber as well. Some of these fruit and nut ones also provide some ground fiber. This first one does. And the ornamental ones don't provide anything. So I'm going to provide just some ground fiber kind of all over the place, because they will need some. And that already puts them in the green. And I think this is their territory. They don't actually need that space. Some of that, and then I think I'll put some of these in there as well, because they look quite cool. Just a few of them. I really like how the bigger ones look. See if I can get a few more of those, like, popping up. Yeah, there we go. Looking really good. I love that. So nice. And then we'll do some ornamental shrubs just in the edge here. Maybe some of that. Yeah, maybe some more here. Okay. There we go. Unfortunately, they're so far away, they're not really visible from the gallery. Let's see, what was the territory like again? Okay, so this whole thing. Basically, I just need to wait for them to get back over there, and then I should be able to finish this. But what I'm going to do is actually, I don't think they need this extra space, so... nah, I'll leave it be. What I might do is put in a second one over here, because then that should cover the whole habitat. It is so nice to see how easily the path snaps to everything now. Nice. Once this is finished, we should finish with this bit of the thing. Well, let's have a look at this beautiful boy. Hello, moss. Gorgeous, gorgeous moss. Fern and lichen.
With so many of the animals running free, our priority has to be capturing as many of them as possible. We can coordinate our efforts from an expedition center. Get one built, and we'll take it from there.
Where should we put this? Let's put this here. So I assume the expedition centers here don't work like how they used to, where in the old game we went to get fossils so that we could extract DNA. I imagine here it's more of like they're going out to find dinosaurs that are in the wild, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Also, really cool, recently in the news, like think about a few weeks ago, there was the first evidence of like some form of DNA associated protein found in a dinosaur fossil, which is pretty cool. Obviously Jurassic World not really on the table,
track
but
the dinosaurs, but some help would sure be appreciated. Claire tells me there are some candidates to recruit.
Scientists.
Scientists. Hopefully you can find one as rough and tumble as I am. Okay, so this is the new scientist system, which seems kind of complicated, but before we do that, actually, I just want to quickly point out that Frontier always does a fantastic job on the backstage areas and the buildings in Jurassic World Evolution, even in the first game. All these little details, like look at the crates and the bins, and they always make like really, they put in the effort and it really shows. All these buildings look really, really good, so detailed. But okay, so we're going to the control center, which is this building, I believe. Yep. And again, like, look at the building itself. Like, I think it's one of the more underappreciated features in the first game, is the buildings all look so good, and it's the same here. Really fantastic detail. So let's get some scientists. Oh, they're all staring at me rather intensely. I love that they have bios, you know, it's so cool. It's like, I feel like this game is going to be a lot easier to get attached to both the dinosaurs and your staff, so that's quite cool. I like all of them. Let's see their skills. So this person's a lot more into logistics by quite a bit. This person seems quite like evened out. So let's get one generalist, and either of these two should be fine. This one's a musician. This one's a hiker. I'm a stand-up comedy fan. Interesting. I'll get these two because I like the generalist. And I imagine it's useful to have a logistics person as well. So, come on,
You seeing
Enabar.
this, Claire?
Yeah, I sure am. This is our first live capture opportunity.
Let's not miss it.
We should assign that scientist you just hired to the task. Agreed? Owen, You
Agreed.
there? I think you're still muted.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Good idea. What do we got to lose? You know, except maybe a new recruit.
Okay. So you need like a certain amount to do any tasks, and okay, so if you assign both of them, the duration goes down significantly, but I imagine we might need another person, so I'm assigning you to it. Go out there and get us a dinosaur.
Before the remote capture teams return, we should have enclosures ready for the dinosaurs. Think of it as welcoming them back home.
Oh, there's no thingy there? Maybe, I don't know if that's a bug or not. I don't actually know what dinosaurs we're getting, so like I can't remember what the thing was, so I'm just going to build a relatively large, chunky habitat. Oop, that was a bit... Okay. Okay, Stegosauruses. That should be plenty big for them. 4 Stegosaurs, nice. Oh, and you can, there was even a thing that said evaded, so I imagine you can get some that just evade capture altogether.
Asset transportation in progress.
Delete some fence and then put in a thing just ahead of time, because I imagine we'll need one. Also, I think we need to restock our power supply. Oh no, we do not. We need to get another backup generator on the way over here. Let's give these guys some nice water as well, because they're going to be thirsty otherwise. I like creating like really interesting water appearances.
Asset has been transported. Delivery has been completed.
Oh, these guys also need like all the other stuff. I've been so used to playing sandbox in the first game that now I'm just like, oh, I'll just do whatever I want and forget about what the game actually needs. Yep, that should cover everything. And let's get our ranger team to give him a quick check. So this is quite interesting. It seems like
Okay.
oh wait.
Who's watching who?
I'm not following you, Owen.
Well, it's just like the dinosaurs are always watching us, so shouldn't we be watching them?
Yes, we should. Once we have the dinosaurs comfortably settled into their enclosures, we'll need viewing galleries.
That's what I'm saying. Only you said it.
Yeah, no, what I was saying is it's going to be quite tricky to manage a much larger park when you have to assign rangers to like all these different status checks for all the different animals that we have. So there's going to be a bit of a juggling act, I think, but I'm looking forward to it. Seems like quite a fun challenge. Let's have a closer look at our stegosaurs while we wait. Wow, that scale detail is good. So I was never a big fan of the first Jurassic World stegosaurs, so even in Jurassic World Evolution, the stegosaurs felt a little bit retro, like the tails were a bit too droopy and stuff, but here, like, wow, the scale texture is so good and the color is beautiful, and just look at that animal, just really stunning stuff. Loving the tail spikes, and it looks great. It just, like, even just a little bit of detail work and they already look so much better than the first game. let's give them some names. Stegosaurus, what names suit them? Oh, is this a social animation? Let's have a look. Oh, that's so cute. They just kind of like bellowed at each other a little bit. I love them. So beautiful. Stegosaur names. I can't think of that many. Oh wait, are they like... Oh no, they're just flipping through each other. I see that hasn't been solved, but I imagine that's a tricky thing to work through. Spike. That's a pretty classic Stegosaur name. That's the name of the Stegosaur from the Land Before Time, I believe. Spike. Thag. Thag is a pretty classic one because they've got a Thagomizer on their back. I like that. You are the only one lying down, so I'm gonna name you Sleepy. And you're gonna be named... What's another word for Spike? Thorn? Thorn's cool. Thorn's a cool name for a Stegosaur. There we go. Where is my guy? Are they not... Oh, you took your time. Let's speed up time. I love the new speed up time functions. Super helpful. There they go. I like this random like you know, camouflage thing as if, you know, the front isn't completely exposed. Huh. Oh, I guess that Sleepy didn't stay very sleepy, did he? And yeah, this just leaves a door behind. Interesting. That's quite cool. I like that the vehicles have like drop parts now. It'd be cool if the dinosaurs could interact with the parts, like they get injuries if they swallow like a dropped off bumper or something. I feel like that would be super like interesting and add a bit more like, then you'd have to be more careful. So ground fiber and ground fruit. So the cycad grow provides all of this. Let's do that. Still need more just ground fiber, so let's put in some of that. Okay, and now I just want to add some interest here and there, some rock, some sand. Put the sand in the water, that looks quite cool, I think. There we go. You guys happy with your vegetation? I love the look of the vegetation. These cycads are fantastic. How does the sand look in the water? Pretty good. Let's add some rocks. Gosh, the ground shakes so much when you add a rock in. It's really cool. Would like a slightly more like in between size rock. That's cool.
Owen.
Oh no.
Owen. We have a real problem.
I'm trying, Claire, but it's just... Well, this is who I am.
Not you.
Ah, the dinosaurs. Tell me something I don't know.
Okay, how about this? There's a massive sandstorm headed our way, and it could wipe out the facility. Without power, the safety of the dinosaurs could be at serious risk.
Okay, listen to me, Claire. We'll figure this out. Have I ever let you down before?
Actually, no.
And I'm planning on keeping it that way. Everything we can do...
Having a nice meal, Speckles.
We've survived worse. What's a little sand?
Oh, that is ominous, like seeing the sandstorm approach like that. Oh, that's genuinely like really atmospheric. I can cross the water too. Oh, this looks so good. Oh no. This doesn't seem great. Oh, that was fast. Oh no. Okay. Wrong guys. Can we tranquilize our guy really quick? I'm not gonna be able to do it fast enough.
I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty concerned about our current situation. As much as I'd obviously love to help out, I'm a little tied up. So, who's gonna protect the dinosaurs?
And our personnel.
Yes, of course. I mean, that goes without saying.
I'm saying it anyway.
It's just, it would be a tragedy to lose these animals again. And by tragedy, I mean huge financial loss. And obviously an embarrassment to those in charge of the DFW.
People such as you.
Well, actually, exactly me. So, how do we avoid that?
Okay, step one, round up the stragglers and get all the dinosaurs back into their enclosures. Then we'll work on their safety rings.
This good?
Yes, this is a plan I can support now and take credit for later.
Oh, Sleepy is once again the only one resting. Give him an appropriate name. I'm curious about this. I wonder if all the dinosaurs are still female, because I know in Jurassic World they're meant to be all female. But then they were on Isla Nublar for so long that they might have, you know, did what the Velociraptors in the first film did, and had like asexual reproduction. So I wonder if they're all female or, you know, whether there's a mix now. Okay, sandstorm over. I'm loving the desert biome. It's so cool.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Attention all personnel. The sandstorm is starting.
I think this might be the end of the first mission. Oh, Speckles, I'm gonna miss you. First dinosaur in this game. Sleeping in the shade of the palm. Beautiful. I think we did a good job with this first one. Four, 3, 2, 1. There we go. First mission complete.
Arizona was secure. The dinosaurs were safe. Finch and the DFW had what they needed to keep the bureaucrats off our backs. For now. But the future, that was something completely different.
Okay, so we have mission 2 coming up. I am gonna finish this recording here, so I'll upload the first mission, and then we'll get started with the second one. See you then.